your girl Javina Love, back with another video. Welcome back, welcome back. How are my busy bees doing? I am doing what I'm doing. I'm doing it. That's about it, you know. I just feel okay and I'm just going to be doing it, you know. Also, I just wanted to play with a little bit of makeup and figured I would give this palette from Okalan Natural Earth palette a fair shake and do a swatch party and a look. So I'll go in threes, and I figured, you know, it's very, very bright. They're very all one dimension. So on someone my skin tone, I don't really know what we're going to be able to see, honestly. It's kind of scary to me, the next two colors, because it goes in threes and then two. So this may have been a bad idea. Maybe not. We can probably, you know, work it out, add another palette to it. We shall see. I mean, the shimmers are beautiful, but they all, once again, look like the same color. That is 10 colors so far. I'm going to wipe it off with a dry towel I have on my lap here. Yeah, this is, at first I had thought it was Glow Addict because it came in a Glow Addict bag. But apparently iBeauty, Lash Scoop are all sisters of Glow Addict. So that's awesome. And that is a black-owned company, and that's awesome. So if you want to help them out, I mean, it's indie brands. Sometimes they're high-end brands. I mean, this is a $13 box, and I got a full palette. I got 10 brushes, a beauty blender, and an eyeshadow topper. Now these next colors have some colors, so that's good for me, good for us, right? So we can at least see what we're doing. We're going to go with the last 5. That's pretty. Okay, and then the last 3. Not bad. Not bad. I figured I'd give it a try because I didn't give it a good shake when we just swatched it the last time. I was like, oh, I only swatched 3 colors and it's a lot of glitter and I'm not really down with all that glitter, but I'm like, you know what, give it a fair shake. So I brought some glitter primer, and it's kind of a jelly primer. And since all of these are very, very sheer, we already know that it's going to be an eyeshadow topper. So that's nothing new. But what I want to do is give it all, you know, super fair shake, and we use a white base. And I figured I just want to play with some makeup. You know, my best distraction from life usually is movies. But since being under quarantine, I'm seeing everything over and over again. I'm like, forget it. Let's do some makeup. Let's make this count as our new distraction. Because I don't usually get bored. I try to make sure I don't get bored, but honestly, being stuck in your bed is not exactly the best therapy for mental health. You know, bed rest is good. I know I need it. I need to prop my leg up. I keep my legs propped up. But I want to get up and sit on the couch with my son and watch cartoons with him and stand up in my area, in my space, in my little, you know, my little zen place, and watch movies or whatever, because I do spend, that's one of my biggest downfalls, and it's a grace from God at the same time, because I used to dance, and so I'm able to stand for long periods of time, but I'm not able to sit or lay for long periods of time at all. Does that make sense? I can't get comfortable sitting down or laying down. I feel more comfortable standing up and kind of dancing around or swaying. I can literally just stand in one spot, so for hours. But I've learned as a big girl that, you know, because I was working as a receptionist at that time, and I worked at Hollywood Video, and I was doing cashier work. But when I would be at my office, you know, doing the little things I'd have to do at the desk, I ended up standing. And I find out years later I was right and they were wrong telling me to sit. No, you need your desk to be a little higher. That way you don't mess with your carpal tunnel, you know, get carpal tunnel messed up in your wrist real bad. You stand higher, and if you're standing and swaying and moving, you're actually burning calories. You're not just there, you know, because sitting for long periods of time, you're eating, you're drinking, you're having meetings, you're on the phone. You literally will just, as far as the statistics say, gain weight. So standing is the best way to do it, or sitting on, they got you guys sitting on balls now, you know, those big old balls. But I'm like, I don't need a ball. Don't want to do that. So we're going to go into shade. I'm just going to go into this grayish brown taupe color that they had there. And since I've got such a, you know, white base, we can actually try to probably see the color, is what I'm hoping. Now she's quite dusty. I have no foundation on, just moisturizer. But there, that's a nice, what do you call it? A contour, not contour, but that beginner shade that everybody likes to use. I'm sorry, my brains are like SpaghettiOs right now. Transition shade. There we go. So that's a nice transition shade. Very, very, very dusty. That was this color right here. So on a white base, I'm giving this a chance because with the cream base, it looked like nothing was there. Nothing. And I didn't set the white base either. I'm using the shadows themselves because, once again, setting it just looked like it all just swept away. Okay, so now that I got it tapped down, I'm able to blend it because it's smooth. It's not so sticky. Not everybody prefers to pull it all the way in, but we're going to pull it in because, most so because of that white. And it looks like it's a lot of my skin color, so we're just going to raise that up. Blend it out, that way we'll have a chance, you know. Giving it a chance, giving it a chance. Don't want to, I want to make a playlist of palettes, but I figured I'll just work my way back from what I recently get to what I had. You know, it just seems to work out easier for me to remember. Alright, so there's a little lighter, cooler shade, and I'm going to bring that up over the brow, up by the brow, that brow bone. Yeah, it shows up, but to you guys it looks more still white, but it's literally just a lighter shade of this brown cream, and I can use that as my transition to blending it out, and blending it all together, basically. That worked out nice. Okay, I wish it worked out nicer on film, but I don't know if you can, the sun's blaring pretty good, but it is a cream shade. And I'm just using the same brush. This is a Farrah brush that I got in an Ipsy that I love. It's just a regular glam bag, so I mean, that's the only reason why I think I really stuck with Ipsy all this time, even though I tried the Ultimate and the Plus was alright for a couple of months, but after a while, you know, it became very, very skincare heavy. And I'm more of a let me pick my skincare, my body wash and things like that. So I canceled her. Just put her on cancel culture. Alright, so I'm going to go into now this rich burgundy color here. Looks like a brown on my finger, so, and it has a little shimmer in it. So I use that to deepen up, and I'm still using the same brush because not everybody can afford a lot of brushes. And I remember when I only had like 3 brushes, which was an eyeshadow brush, and I had one face brush and one that was meant for foundation, but I ended up using it for my eyeshadow because I didn't have a flat shader brush. And they were MAC, they were a gift, and they were very expensive. So I learned to appreciate what I got, and these color switches are godsends. And using the inserts from your boxes, some of your subscription boxes, they're a godsend, you know, for those who cannot afford expensive or afford to have more than a certain amount of brushes. So I use that to deepen it up, and that deepened up very nice. I don't see any of the glitter from that, so I don't know if it's a top or not. We're going to definitely use a brush to try to apply the glitter first, and then we're going to apply it with setting spray and probably a wet lid. Also, I was watching Huda, and I was like, this woman will never hit pan on anything because, you know, it's her company. No, she had her little 9-pen palette that had hit pan, and she's like almost out of it. And I'm like, how did she do that? And then she did a tutorial. Her basic is basically 1 to 2 colors of the matte and then the shimmer on her lid. I'm like, that's what we do anyways, you know, but I didn't know that that would help us get closer to hitting pan, you know, really sticking to that one shade, but then, you know, you still got 6 or 7 other pans to go into. So I'm going to go into that darker color. I want to really darken up the outer of my eye just to give a little bit more depth, because it looks better on camera too. Because apparently if you don't see any, if it doesn't have any, not pigment, but if it doesn't have any color, it just looks like it's washed out on this, on my camera right now. So that's the black, and just stop it right there in the first 1/3 of the eye. And blend that out, and it does kind of blend away when it's not on a sticky base. It did blend away. I'm trying to give this palette a chance. I mean, my heart's telling me declutter her. Declutter her now before she pisses you off. And I think I'm going to listen to my inner diva, because if I don't, I'm going to get stuck with holding on to her and not using it ever. So I'm going to just take a clear brush, and I'll just try to show you what I mean. It just blended away. The black just, I'm not trying to blend it away. It's literally nice here on the wet part of the white, but where the brown and richer brown meet, it washed right away. It washed right off. So it's just a wash of colors. So this kind of reminds me of Korean makeup in that sense. I may have to look it up just to be right, but Korean makeup is just very light and a wash of color. So can't be mad if that's what it is. And plus it does say Natural Earth, so that also is not me. I need a, I need the natural just for show, but I love a good pop of color, that's my thing. I like a good pop, pop, pop. So let's give it another chance with this white base. And cut that crease a little bit, just a little bit into the black, but mostly here, just so we can apply the shimmer. That's sad. I've never really have touched a palette that I would have to. No, that's not true. I'm getting ready to say one that I've used that I want to declutter so quickly, and I'm like, nope, that's not true. The ones I got in my eye creation mystery bag, I had to declutter them right away. It wasn't that they were bad, they just did not stick to me. And that was before I got a white base, but they did not stick to me at all. It just washed away. The color was gone. I put it on, had my primers on, didn't matter what primer I used, and I tried. I gave that palette 2 looks, 1 palette, gave it all the shots it needed, and it didn't work. So I want to try this purple one. I hope they're not an overlay, but it kind of, when I swatch it, as you see, it looks like they're overlay sprays, where it's not, maybe it's not a glitter in there, maybe it's something else, because it totally is not. It's kind of different. So let's pat that on. Yeah, it's an overlay. There's like a brown gold under there, and on top was a nice purple, but that's not what's under there. And I really got to dig in here to get it. And I had to put it on the white base. So yeah, this is definitely for the more natural woman. Not knocking her at all. But I'm the real unnatural woman that'll show up to your wedding when it's a black and white wedding. Themed wedding in my favorite color. Yes, I will wear black and white, but I'm not going to wear just black and white to your wedding. I'm sorry. And if you have any problem with that, you're missing out on a great gift if you don't invite me. Just saying. And I'm the life of the party. And I don't have to have a drink. And I don't eat much. So, excuse me, but I'm not a natural woman when it goes to going to weddings or church. I like to put on what I call my Sunday best and show it out as far as dressing up with my eye makeup, and I make sure everything's real glamorous and real pretty. Nothing for you to be ashamed of. Not at all. I'm going to swatch this color for y'all so you can see on my finger. This was the one that had the purple overlay on it. But it's like a copper. I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful color. But look at it. It's like it was a cast over it, and it's a real color underneath. But it's a neutral color. So I missed out on that beautiful purple shimmer that I was hoping I was going to get. That sucks. That's just not right. It's not right. But it'll be okay. It will get some love. I have my mother, who's a real natural beast. She will use just the one light brown in here, and that will be it. No top liner, little clear mascara. The woman is the naturalist of naturals. Okay. And I love it. I love it because then she's not expensive when we go shopping. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. So what I'm gonna do is, might as well just do what I would do for a normal run out to the upper mask face. I'm gonna dig into this foundation cream and use that as my highlight. And I'm also going to use a little bit of my It's Cosmetics foundation, just the tiniest amount, because I'm going to be mask ready. And I'm going to put this on the back of my hand to warm it up, and warm that up with it, and give it a little mix to clean up this shadow. Give it a nice clean, something to work with. Yeah, these brushes I've learned, they're a few of them, because this is from a BoxyCharm. It's studded, it's really pretty. Some of them cannot be, they're not what they say they are, because this is a kabuki brush, but I guess I have to look up the company and see what they consider kabuki. It works so much better with cream and liquid. It doesn't work the same with a powder at all, as far as blending and getting it together. Basically, it works better with a liquid, and they didn't tell us that on the box, you know. And I think we didn't get cards in that box, or we did, I can't remember. So yeah, that's all. That's my little input on that. I thought most kabuki brushes were liquid, but there is one that I won in a giveaway. It's a Sigma kabuki brush. It's not for powder, liquid at all. It's for powder. So I'm gonna get a little bit more of my It's Cosmetics just to show you guys how I kind of do my mask ready face. Especially when I'm really not caring, you know, about showing off to anybody. But I do like to make sure that, since you're really only looking at my eyes, and half the time you're not really looking at my eyes because I wear sunglasses, because that virus travels in like coughlets, you know, and when the wind blows and if somebody coughs in the wind, it will travel to you up to 60 feet. It can travel. I have been doing, you know, my own version of research. My daughter does hers, and we collaborate together to see who found a much better or much reliable source. So what I'm telling you, even though we put the mask over our nose, it just is not right to walk around here with your nose not covered. To me. Okay, let me get a bigger brush to blend this out with. Oh, let me dry this on my towel too. Always dry them off a little bit, because that will help before you your next use. Don't leave product on there. Of course I wouldn't have a stiff kabuki brush over here. So I'll just use this one. I'm going to put powder on top of this anyways to set it. But I want to make sure it's nice and blended into my skin, and I don't look like craziness, because you guys, I don't know what I look like, but to me in the you know, viewfinder, I feel I look kind of like Casper, but not on my eyes. My eyes actually look really pretty, but my foundation was looking a little Casperous. Alright, and now we're going to get Casperous again, because I gotta go powder crazy, but I'm going to be mixing it. So I picked up this LA Color Loose Natural setting powder. I had to go into the vault. I have a, you know, big tote of products, and before I go buying any that I didn't receive in a subscription box, I like to make sure I use them up. And that was in there, so no more subscription box. If I don't get any setting powder in my subscription box, I'm not going to be able to purchase any powder for a while. I don't need to, because I found a whole bunch. Even though it's not translucent, which I prefer now, it works. It's setting powder, you know? So who am I going to impress? So I like to mix it with this because it is a beigey color. It's not... I even mix the clear translucent, honestly, because I'm not translucent colored. I am colored. So I have to mix it. But yeah, I mix them. That way I always have my perfect shade. I don't know if you've seen a couple of my other videos how I show you guys. You just seen that I use this bright foundation, and it made it my own. Using just a little bit of different tints that are not exactly my tint either. Because this setting powder is not my shade. The pressed powder is kind of close to my shade, but not exactly. It's got like a orangey hue to it. It's not yellow. Oh, and amazingly, I didn't need to use the glitter glue. Woo, that's cool. So now we'll smoke out the bottom lash line and contour for the... Gotta contour. Gotta contour. I'm going to use my Lovecraft Beauty. Use that up. Oops, almost messed it up, but I wear a black mask. When I wear a white mask, it's used to the doctors, and I just wear lashes, and I won't wear anything else but like lashes and mascara and liner. So it's okay if I contour down my chin a little bit. Gotta take pictures. That's one thing I do like to do afterwards, is take pictures. And I'll use the middle shade, which I could probably use other colors, but that one's more my warm. And I've been loving this one to warm up my skin on right here. Just bronze it up because it's got like a little shimmer to it. And I've never had a big bronzer before, and it's really nice. I like it. You can see how that really warmed me up a little bit. Alright. And I did mention I like long videos, right? I hope you guys like long videos, because I do long videos. Okay, so I want to try this product, which is the glitter or shimmer stick eyeshadow. That came with this bag. I thought it was Glow Addict, but apparently it's Eye Beauty. So it came in the Eye Beauty bag for June, which also is very hard to see, but it's there. It's not in my waterline, it's on my lower lash line. So it's there, but it's quite light. Maybe because it's meant for someone a little lighter skin, which, like I said, I got a cure for that. My mother is very, very, very light. I showed you pictures in my Black Lives Matter, My Life Matter video. A picture of me and my mother. Here we go. And that's the Tarte. I love this pen. I swore I ordered another one, but I guess not. But it's the two-ended. You got the soft one on this side, and you got the felt on this side for the same price as one felt. So I thought this. I got it in my Ipsy, but this is ingenious. They should do all of them like this, and just have a few spare for those who don't use belt, and then have some for those who do both. And I love the way it just, boom, instant. Gotta stamp it down on this glitter because it's not adhering to this side. There we go. Wonderful. And I'll use this Anastasia Beverly Hills Again pencil since I'm like really digging into it. Maybe I'll use it up for my elf one because I have to, it's kind of dry. It's from the 21 Days of Ulta, and I think these were old inventory because they're so dry to where I have to go backwards to get any payoff. Back and forth. Oop, got a comb. That is it. What do you guys think? I've already kept you around a little too long for some. Some of my soul sisters on here can't handle more than, you know, some like really short films. Some people are not short films, short videos, and some people like really long videos or tutorials. And I am really learning how to lay out a tutorial so that, you know, I can give you more details and understanding, and they are quite long. But as far as using this palette and giving it another chance, what do you think? Should I give it another chance? Try one more look with it before I decide to declutter it? Or just be like, bye girl, bye. You know, let me know. I'm gonna finish my look off with a little mascara and lip, and I will see you all in the next video. Stay busy, my bees. You are my heroes, and I love you. Stay safe. This lipstick won't open. Oh, there it goes. Stay safe. Be good to each other. Be good to someone out there in the world. Like I said, you know, there are a lot of our homeless, and there are a lot of our unfortunates who cannot afford masks. Do not get out much to get to masks, but when they do get out, they're at the grocery store and they need one. So hand them off one of your spare masks. And always say please and thank you. Be gracious to your hosts. You know, I don't consider cashiers